The why? We
Yeah.
close that door.
You want to close this one?
Yeah, just makes it, people don't hear background noise.
I'd like to call the April 20th, 2020 Board of Commissioners meeting to order, and I'm going to ask Commissioner Mark Johnson to have our allegiance and our invocation.
Face the flag, please. Say the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Bow our heads, please. Heavenly Father, we come to you tonight in some trying times. Within our county, we've had a lot of sickness and death, and all over the world. We ask for your blessings for all of us that are affected in any way by this awful virus. And we just ask for your blessings in everyday lives, and help us put ourselves back together and help this get behind us soon, and we know what to do to fight it in the future in case it comes back. We know you bless us in so many ways, and we just thank you for everything. Please let this board make the right decisions and do the right work for the county, and we just thank you for all you do for us, Father. Amen.
Amen.
Do we have any additions or deletions to the published agenda?
We have one proposed add-on, Chairman. The Harnett County Health Department requests approval to accept COVID-19 funds in the amount of $112,466. The funds have been allocated from the Division of Public Health to carry out surveillance, infection control, communications, and other preparedness and response activities. And I would like it to be considered as 4H.
4H on the consent agenda. Do I have a motion to accept the consent agenda as amended?
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion that we accept the consent agenda as amended.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
It's 4-0, it's unanimous. And I should have mentioned as we started our meeting tonight, Commissioner Gordon Springle, if you do not know, fell last week, and he is in weight rehab, so he will not be in attendance. Commissioner McCoy is attending remote, and Commissioner Miller and Commissioner Johnson and Commissioner Penny are here live in the chambers. Okay, do I have a motion to approve the agenda as published? Oh, I'm sorry, the consent agenda.
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Commissioner McCoy, second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. It's unanimous with those in attendance. Okay, now we have a period of up to 30 minutes for informal comments, allowing 3 minutes for each presentation. If you have called in and want to make a presentation or speak, do so now. Hearing none, we will close the 30 minutes of informal comments, allowing 3 minutes for each presentation. Do we have any appointments?
Yes, sir, we do. Adult Care Home Community Advisory Committee, D'Angelo Jackson would like to be reappointed to serve on this committee, and Susan Holly Geiger would like to be appointed to serve. Her application was in the packet.
And I assume that's in form of a motion?
Yes, sir.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
It's unanimous. Next on our agenda is Good Hope Hospital's request approval of a 12-month delay, and I stress a 12-month delay, in paying an estimated $1,800 in tipping fees at the Harnett County landfill for approximately 40 tons of debris.
So I'll take this one. I was approached about a month ago from the Good Hope Board, and they contacted us about demolition of their old structures across from Irwin Elementary. When that demolition was going on, the vendor for the Irwin School demolition, Martin Edwards, had approached Good Hope and said, we know there's some buildings you want torn down, so they were offering to make an agreement with them to tear down their buildings. What the Good Hope had not anticipated that cost, so they came to us and said, would we consider waiving the fees? And I said, no, we've changed our fiscal policies and we can no longer waive fees. So they asked if they could get a 12-month delay in paying their tipping fees. We had our Chad Bean with solid waste and estimate, and it'll be no more than 40 tons, so it'll be $1,800 or less for those tipping fees. And so the Good Hope Board is just wanting to receive a 12-month delay in paying those fees.
What's the pleasure of the board?
Well, I know that, we got the money from the state to add 16 new beds. And then with the hazardous cleanup that we had, I know that in the cost of building has gone up. I know that the times are tight. I had no problem personally of delaying it.
Is that the form of a motion?
I moved that we delay the payment for no more than 12 months.
Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Do we have any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
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 It's unanimous.
Thank you very much.
Next is our county manager's report.
All that I have is the information you have before you, and I just wanted to go over the highlights for the COVID-19 updates for Harnett County that were sent out around 5 o'clock. We have 61 confirmed cases, 46 people have recovered. We've had 3 deaths. The average age is 46 years old. Our age range is from 2 years old to 88 years old. There's 52% female and 48% male at the current time. And we're still following the public health orders that have been issued to stop the spread. So as you can see tonight, we're doing that here. All our buildings are still closed. We're just waiting on word about hopefully a reopening sometime in the future. And if everybody knows, we have releases sent out every day right around 5 o'clock of anything pertinent in Harnett County. And we are working, just so you know, we are working on how we're going to reopen if and when that happens. We're doing planning now. We're buying plexiglass and different things to install in our different buildings that we'll have to serve the public to try to keep the public and our employees safe. So we're working with facilities and making assessments in every building. And we're going to go ahead and start implementing that so that we're ready when the time comes.
Thank you.
And we didn't have any other updates on COVID-19.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman, Ms. Paula, do we know, you listen to the president and the governor, and not just in this state, but governors everywhere else. Do we know whereabouts in the county? I mean, I know with the HIPAA laws and all that, but you hear other counties go, well, especially other states. We've had none in the southern part of our state. Can we reopen the southern part?
Right. We get asked that question just about every day, and John Rouse, our health director, has told me just go ahead and assume that everybody has been exposed to it. So there's really, even if there are some cases in one certain area, that doesn't mean that that person is always there. They travel, like several people we've heard, they went to Walmart, and then they went to so-and-so, and then they went to so-and-so, and then they ended up in the hospital. So you don't really know where they might, and they live somewhere else. So he said it's really not going to be beneficial to know exactly where they live, because it's not really where they live that's the problem. It's where you go throughout the day, and people are going all over everywhere. So he'd really rather, that's why another reason they're not really doing that, because you don't want anybody to feel safe in an area. Let's just say there was one area that did not have cases. That doesn't mean it's not there. It just means nobody's symptomatic and nobody's been sick yet. But it's probably hit there. So that his concern is still just not letting that out. Now, if we have any cases where there's multiples in one area, that is what we can talk about. If there's more than one, especially a death or sicknesses in an area, isolated to an area, we can talk about that. But at this point, it's all been kind of sporadic, so it's not any one place. Like in New York, when it started, there was that temple or something, a synagogue, where a lot of people went there. But we don't have that common place, so it's really hard for them to pinpoint a particular place because nobody really knows. A lot of our cases don't know where they got it.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Do we have any new business? Hearing none, do we have need for a closed session?
Yes, sir. I move the board go into closed session for the following purpose. Consultation with the county's legal counsel in order to preserve the attorney-client privilege concerning the handling of certain claims in litigation, including the following case. Estate of John David Livingston II versus Cahagas, U.S. District Court, Eastern District of North Carolina, Western Division, file number 5CV-00906-BO.
Do I have a second?
Second.
I'm assuming we can't have any discussion, so all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
It's unanimous. We are now in closed session.
Okay.
Good one there. Do, 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 do.